Can I help you? Oh wait, I know why you're here. Come on in. Come take a look. We're here live at the WWE Warehouse, and I'm here to give you a tour of some of the great items we've collected over the years from Monday Night Raw. Let's check it out. Starting off with a couple of iconic items. These are the DX helmets worn on Monday Night Raw as DX invaded WCW Monday Nitro.
They're closing it! No! Get a shot of them closing the gate! The war begins! But the cowards ended by closing the gate!
These are an iconic piece of Raw history and what turned the tides for Raw in the Monday Night Wars. So this is a really special piece. This is Lita's. This is Lita's shirt from the first main event of a Monday Night Raw by women. She main evented this show with her longtime rival Trish Stratus. I know Lita specifically, she made this herself. You know, she stitched it together herself. A great moment followed many years later by multiple women's main events on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and PLEs and all that good stuff. So going back in time to the very beginning of Raw, first main event of the very first Raw was The Undertaker versus Damien Demento. But look at the detail on this. I mean, does it remind you of anybody else? Does it kind of feel like maybe the Demon Finn Balor? Feels a little bit like Boogeyman, but Damien Demento did it first. We're moving a few years in. Our beloved Stephanie McMahon is about to marry Test. So this is Steph's wedding dress. Beautiful veil. This wedding didn't really go as anticipated. Cool thing about this specifically, these are the designs for the wedding set. You know, you put all the roses around the ropes and the canopy, and you can see the entrance stage for Raw, and the trumpeters. That's kind of amazing. Like SM and AM for Andrew Martin, which was Test's real name. Raw is love. Oh look, the King made it in here too. Funny, the more you look at this stuff, the more you find. Moving over here, back to a very early Raw. These are Razor Ramon trunks. So these are the trunks that Razor wore when he faced, at the time, the Lightning Kid on Monday Night Raw. Really, this whole angle, which, you know, saw 1, 2, 3 Kid get the pin on such a top guy like Razor Ramon, catapulted 1, 2, 3 Kid into superstardom, and really actually launched the name 1, 2, 3 Kid because he got the 1, 2, 3 on Razor Ramon. So cool tights. The Razor stuff is the coolest, right? How could you go wrong with that font and the Razors? Here we have the shirt worn by Mike Tyson.
Wait a minute! What the hell?
Baddest man on the planet. Another turn in the Monday Night War that really accelerated WWE to the top. And just having the star power of Mike Tyson on your television show was a huge deal. So, very cool moment. And this is the authentic shirt that was ripped and the authentic shirt that he was wearing. So, I promise you that. It was in a box labeled as such immediately after the show. So, that does it for this room. I'm going to show you some other great stuff right around here. All right? Some of the more delicate items, including the head of Seth Rollins. You know, back in 2016, there was a push to build a Seth Rollins statue. Well, it eventually got destroyed, and then just the head was delivered to him. It was a really fun day working on this. I mean, that is a legitimate sculpt of the man's head, so no one can say it doesn't look like him. But one of my favorite pieces here. The beautiful Festival of Friendship trophy. A classic segment on Raw. This was actually $7,000 to produce, as Jericho let us know. I have a few more details on it, but I'm going to leave you with just that. I mean, look at these friends. Look at how wrapped in friendship they are.
Oh my God! No! Kevin Owens beating the hell out of Jericho! What is going on?
This is maximalist and minimalist at the same time. A more recent Raw moment, Rhea Ripley had come back from injury, and to sort of mend the relationship, Dominic gave Rhea this black rose. Didn't last very long, but this is the actual black rose used from TV, so we put it in a little solution and made sure it lasted over time. So that is the black rose that was presented to Rhea Ripley by Dominic Mysterio. All right, so we're gonna go right over this way. I'm gonna show you some stuff that doesn't quite fit on a table of this size. Let's check out some more Raw artifacts. So right here, we have really what was the first ever Monday Night Raw banner. These would have hung at the Manhattan Center. Just a classic Monday Night Raw banner from the first ever Monday Night Raw. Okay, so I'm like pretty excited about this next one. I just found them the other day. Team Federline outfits. Something I have like really sentimental towards for some reason. I remember just Kevin Federline coming in as somebody so hateable and so punchable in his feud with John Cena. These are the outfits, so pretty cool. A couple of other gigantic items to show you. I couldn't really bring them off the shelves, so come over here. Some unique stuff from Raw history to show you. You may wonder why there's a scooter signed by The Undertaker, the American Badass. That's because he was in a feud with Kurt Angle at the time. Kurt Angle came out to mock The Undertaker riding this with a goofy helmet, and it ended up getting thrown off the stage, which is something we love to do with vehicles, is just push them off. Back here, this is one of my favorite things when people come and visit the archives, to point out that everything is a thing. This giant box, or this giant metal square, is for Goldberg. He would do his entrance with the sparklers, and they noticed that when he did the sparklers, the arena floors would get a little messed up. So you put this down on the arena floor to catch the sparks. So I call this the Goldberg Spark Catcher. All right, so from there, I actually have to take you quite a bit further. So if you can keep up, I'm gonna jump on my trusty mobile and let's go check out some more items. As a counter to the Undertaker symbol, The Rock had this Brahma bull symbol created to intimidate the Undertaker. There's some great footage of this thing. This king comes down from the rafters, The Rock calls it down. You see the smoke coming out of the nostrils. There's pyro going on. Yeah, the Brahma bull symbol. I'm fairly positive this gets used all of one time. And again, it's just a giant piece of steel. So, very cool item. We're moving over to the Raw letters. This is just a classic entrance. For whatever reason, I think of Razor Ramon coming out of this, doing the Razor Walk. Sabu coming off the top during that first ever ECW invasion. Just a cool evolution of the Raw set. Very straightforward. It says RAW in big red letters. You have the insanely expensive, state-of-the-art Geratron 5000. This thing is probably one of the first ever flat screen televisions, and probably not available on the consumer market. This thing weighs an ungodly amount, and I am going to see if it will still turn on about 18 years later. Yeah, why not? All right. Hey, we have an image. All right, so from the Geratron 5000, we are going to go into the depths of the archives to show you one last awesome item that I can't move otherwise. So if you come with me, speed it up and get there. Right here is the J&J Security crushed car. You can see a lot of the remnants from this. These poor guys. J&J Security had a very specific style, lots of camo, and then this door that a beast ripped off. These poor guys, J&J Security, got this great gift from their captain, Seth Rollins, whose championship they helped to protect, but not all things last. So yeah, a sad ending to J&J Security's dreams of high living, but don't forget, Raw coming to Netflix January 6th. Leave a comment for anything you want to see from either Monday Night Raw, maybe Friday Night SmackDown, NXT, WrestleMania, whatever. We'll see what we can find, and we'd love to share it with you. So if you don't mind, we'll wrap this up and you can see yourself out.